What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Noor.
It's Chief Sergeant building, baby.
It's your girl Moeezy.
Chris, what's good? What's up?
What's up? What's happening? How's everybody?
Oh, wait, no one heard that extra bass in Miles' voice?
A little bit.
Oh, my bad.
I thought we'd just ignore it.
Man, like Marcus pulled up again. Let's go.
It's a good movie.
This is your girl Mo.
Wow.
I think I've got some symptoms
Why?
Of what?
of a certain thing,
What's the thing?
What?
but we're
Why
not
the heck?
put that out there. So
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
that's
Like
why,
the symptom of being a man?
I'm sounding like Marcus right now.
Man syndrome. That's what it's about.
Rona. No.
This guy said that male syndrome.
No. I actually don't. I don't.
You did this to yourself, bro. You talking?
Yeah.
Digs her own hole. Get me out,
I
guys.
only did it because I wanted to let everyone know that I'm getting the vaccine. I'm booked and ready.
Bro, that's
to go.
actually not impressive at this point. 40% of the nation is not.
I know it's pretty late on. But
You're not a fighter for freedom or something. Bro, 65% of Australia has had one dose. 40% has had 2 shots.
Oh, man.
Some people are on their booster shot, bro.
Yeah, my friend, you're late to this party, dog.
it's not
But
special
what it-
anymore, huh?
But
Right.
we got to think of that though. People
This is
who are
like
not-
when a fight breaks out and there's always that one guy that runs in right after, like it's gonna end right now. And, no, guys. Oh, all right.
Oh god.
That sigh of relief, like you did something.
It's just like,
And then that's the one that tells the craziest stories about the fight.
Oh, man.
that's
What were you
just-
saying, Carlos? What do you think about what?
Nah, I was just gonna say, what do you guys think of that? People who are not vaccinated, they can't go to certain places like restaurants, bars, and those places. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, well,
Is
as
that-
a fully vaccinated person myself, I don't know. I'm going to be part of the people enjoying in the restaurants. So,
Nice.
you know,
Yeah. It sounds like it's not a me problem today.
yeah.
It's unvaccinated people's problem, yeah?
All I'm saying is I'm going to
it-
keep sowing. I'm going to continue sowing these seeds of full vaccination on the episodes until people believe me.
Yeah.
And I'm out. I'm out here. Bro.
Passport check.
I
Um,
guess more of like what the statement in terms of
Yeah.
like, even though that's not part of you, right? Because you're not that group, but just more of, oh, you guys can,
Yeah.
you guys thinking on that wave. Oh, that's crazy.
I think for me, the way I see it, I'm like, if you're not vaccinated, you're only a threat to yourself. Yeah. Because it's like, because right now, if I'm vaccinated, I am vaccinated, yeah, and then I get the virus, yeah, I can still get the virus and I can still transmit it, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Now, if I get it, it's a much less effect on me, but if I transmit it to someone unvaccinated, it might still knock them out. You know what I mean? But that's not my fault. So if someone doesn't want to get the vaccine, I don't mind if they come around me. I'm fully vaccinated, bro. That's a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the whole thing is like, oh, it's unfair to our healthcare system, like I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, like I do lean towards letting people choose. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about like, oh, you can't travel if you don't have this, or you can't enter. When it's things like you can't enter restaurants, like, bro,
Mm,
like people really aren't allowed to live at that point.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Movies, restaurants, school, whatever. But
The travel one, I almost understand a bit more, but to be honest, just considering everywhere around the world is mad. And for the
Yeah.
most part, it looks like majority of the world has been killing it with the vaccine rollout anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think even those countries themselves wouldn't want unvaccinated donnies in there if they've understood the assignment. And then you have some other people that didn't get vaccinated coming through like, no, you better stay there in Australia, big man.
yeah. For real.
Yeah, the
So-
travel one, I get it.
Yeah.
But like the restaurants one, I'm like, oh, that's a sticky one still.
All right, what's the first place you guys are thinking of traveling to after that? We haven't had this conversation, right?
I think early, like last year when we thought it was just a last year problem.
That's cute. Bro, remember when we really thought we had like 2 weeks lockdown and we us three hopped, like the boys all hopped on house party that night and we were like, hey, yes, so much fun.
Oh my
gosh,
that died quick.
Young and naive.
That died quick. Actually, fam, I want to go.
We talking
Like what do you call it?
international?
Like, yeah, of course, international. Like all them Antigua areas and that.
Mm.
Wait, no, you
Wait,
didn't.
wait, what?
Because I know you mean Anguilla,
No. Antigua,
and because I'm thinking Anguilla
bro. Where's Anguilla?
next to Antigua, I think.
Sorry, why you?
Wait, let me check how far they are from each other.
Some random places.
I said, I think. Because it is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously you got your Dominica around there, your St. Lucia, bruv, British Virgin Islands, bruv, Puerto Rico, bruv, Barbados, all of that. You know
Bro,
what I
you
mean?
know the Virgin Islands are actually owned by Richard Branson, like Virgin Megastore guy.
That's mad.
That's actually his country.
Oh,
That's mad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fam, that's like how people be saying Arnold Schwarzenegger is governor of, where was it, California or something?
California. Yeah.
How? What do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do?
What
Crazy
did he
part
do?
is he's German, like grew up German, everything, and
What are we doing here, boys? But like those areas, man, like fam, I forgot what I think I just saw.
I just want to be in the ocean.
Yeah, I saw someone snap there, fam. And I just want to be near those places where, fam, it's like you're shirtless, moped, riding around.
Yeah.
Riding.
That's all I want to do. You know what I want to take? I want to take one of those baddie photos in the see-through canoes from the aerial view. You see It's trending on the Instagrams right now.
That's one of those baddie. Oh, nah, but it's a must,
yeah.
man. It's needed. I want to go somewhere where
I can relax.
relax, but just run amok. Yeah. But it's not a disrespectful muck. It's one of
No.
those ones where they know you're having fun.
Yeah, you just
Like,
this
we get
block party every night.
Bro, you get a rental moped, yeah, and you're doing
You
it
go
across
crazy.
the roundabout, but you don't go around, you go through the roundabout, bro. That kind of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. One of those ones where you're renting it, you might crash it still.
Yeah, I might. And
I might. I'll crash it and I won't bring it back as well.
Right, you know?
Call me when I'm in Australia.
that's
Bro,
the reason why I want to go to Bali. I've always
Bali?
go
Nah,
Bali.
see, Bali's scared.
Do the
they will-
adventurous stuff.
Bali, they will meet you in the airport, bro.
That's the other thing.
We'll catch up to you, bro.
But like you gotta go somewhere that gives you Bali vibes, but no one else is going there. That's why Anguilla, Antigua are nice. Bahamas, maybe, but that's expensive as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like the Bali, Phuket, all that kind of stuff is done now.
Mm.
And
I
then
feel like
now
everyone
they're
abused it,
vigilant.
bro.
Mm.
Yeah, everyone abused it.
Bro, you crash the moped and the guy, the rental owner will drop a little bag into your bag as you're trying to get on the plane. Now you got Chappelle Colby, bruv. So I don't know if you really want. I don't know if you really
I
want.
don't know
all
if you want that situation, bro.
For Chappelle, bro, she's still. I don't know, bro. Like the way people can just lie in court. She said, "I didn't know this was in my boogie board bag, bro. It was shaped like your boogie board, bro.
That's just shaped.
The package."
Oh my days.
That was still one of the biggest stories of Australia during that time, man.
She got the bag when she came back, though.
So that's weird. All different deals and stuff.
People Magazine or something. They gave her like $3 million for an interview.
3 million.
Yeah.
So she's a hero, huh?
That's it.
Hey, legit.
Nah, like they actually
That's
treating her like
mad.
a hero.
That's a hero.
Where else y'all trying to go? Let me see. What else is saucy?
Where
I
else?
want to go around Europe. Like I'm trying to go Ibiza, bro.
Yeah.
Going around Europe is the vibe, man.
I think England,
That's
Portugal,
expensive.
Spain would be nice because it's all.
Yeah.
Might as well hit up France while you're there.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
I've never been a
expensive, though.
fiend this much for a trip. I almost don't care, bro. Like, just send it,
I might, like, honestly, I might be doing US as soon as possible because
bro.
my dad wants to go Canada to see his mother.
Nada.
Yeah.
Which
and so-
part?
Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah, nice. Hey, get rid of that thumb on your damn screen, Carlos. Bro. What's
Well,
wrong with you?
First of all, I don't know if you touched my screen. How did that happen?
Oh man.
Yeah, but if I do go, I'll go to Toronto for like a couple of days, and then I'm just bouncing down to New York, and then I'll go Chicago. Then I'll just do it all by myself. If I have to.
Nice.
Yeah, hey, the trip from New York to Canada is only like states in Canada is like 4 hours or something. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not long.
Actually, not that bad.
It's
Yeah,
short,
that's
short
light. Man, just say you're trying to go to embassy, bro. I've made up this whole story about your dad. You're just trying to go to the embassy, bro. man, try to do the 2C slide, bro.
Wait, no. 'Cause I was just gonna say, what would you do? Yeah, you're just in Australia and you see Instagram stories, and I don't know how I'm in a club in Atlanta and I'm surrounded by all these famous guys.
Bro, knows how you're posing like this, the one.
Hey,
Chucking
A-Town.
up signs you don't know nothing
A-Town
about.
always been down.
Bro, I'll lose the play if I ever see that, bro.
Yo, man.
You have to FaceTime us ASAP
I definitely
on the spot.
would not, because can
Yeah.
you imagine like you're hanging out with, I don't know, Quavo, yeah, and he just sees you on face like, hey,
Oh, man.
It's content. It's
Man.
content.
And
Oh,
you
that's
look like
it,
a big
yeah.
fanboy if you're just gonna pull out your, your phone FaceTime.
yeah, disgusting.
I'm here with forever. What?
Wait, why not?
Nah, that's
Nah,
weird.
what, as a man?
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
but
weird.
you're
bro.
not gonna see them again, are you?
Nah.
Hopefully.
That's a hopefully. Have you guys always thought this as well, yeah? That if you bumped into celebrities, that you'd be cool.
Yeah.
That you're
Oh, yeah.
cool enough for the celebs to say, hey, what are you doing later? Is that, have you guys just always thought that?
Yeah.
Inside I'll dance around, but outside I'm like, yeah, just vibing, bro.
Not much, man. I was just trying to get back home. Oh, yeah,
I'm
cool.
chill.
Ah, yeah,
What was
easy,
good
easy.
tonight? You tell me what was good.
Hey, I told you. Before we went to the Migos concert, I don't know why in my mind I fully thought God was gonna orchestrate a situation, but we end up
I remember this.
we end up backstage with them and praying for them. And then
I don't know how.
the concert happens and God's just staring like, boy, that was just you.
Bro, when this guy
Bro,
told me
I
I
got
died,
caught-
bro.
Big dreams, big dreams.
I died, bro. Maybe they didn't need prayer because that concert was disgusting, bro.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
That was disgusting.
Whoa.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
nah,
guy
that was
disrespectful, bro.
God was nowhere to be seen there.
Bro, we're actually looking to go Texas in Jan coming, I think. Yeah, this coming Jan, bro. Fam would have been posted up with Travis Scott.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
But I do know that I will be posted up in Texas with like for me, I've just figured it out. This is a guy called Johnny Dang, and he does Everybody's Grills.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and because I tagged him in something the other day, the
Yeah, I
guy
saw that.
replied back and forth. Oosh.
Come on, besties. Yeah, Noah's definitely not acting cool, bro. Look, he's all gassed down.
Yeah, look at it.
Right.
Smiling in there.
Right, you know what? The crazy part, it was definitely his marketing team. We're just like, fine, appease the fans, bro. Haha, yeah.
man.
Imagine. Nah, they'll get that.
Damn, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, so what's that timeline looking like for us to get our cheeks out of here?
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know, but I have decided that at this age, wherever I travel, I'm gonna fully indulge in the culture of that city.
Oh, that's it. What does that mean necessarily? Because
So,
you
like-
talking, you go to India, you're tapping into the street markets, going
Yeah,
100%.
to
So
jungle.
India, I'm doing that. If I go, if I go England, bro, I'm spending I'll spend time in the pubs. You know what I mean? If I go somewhere like literally, for the example, say if I go Atlanta, I'm getting grills made.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna enjoy it to the full extent of.
Yeah. What are you saying about? What are you guys saying about a 10K each trip, like next year?
10K.
Like
Where
that's how
to?
much we're trying to live it up.
Where to? You have to be somewhere worth it and travel around multiple places.
Bro,
It
might
would
have
have
to be the
10K
Bahamas.
would have to be America, bro,
Ooh.
or Europe.
Yeah, definitely Europe. America would be nice though.
Nah, I don't know. Europe is a bit techie with the way that them conversions are with the with the currency, bro.
But
US
everything's just
dollars
nearby
disgusting,
though.
too.
Oh my days. Nah, but for real, man. Like, if it's looking tasty, I mean, as I'm looking into the future, I'm also thinking about all the different things that are probably going to need to be getting paid for next year as well. I'm like, okay, this is looking interesting.
Yeah. Then next year, man, no.
But it has to be said. It's one of those where it's like, I've been broke before and I didn't die. Like, you have to have that kind of mentality a little bit for holidays.
Bro, if you're not hungry, the meal's not good. You know what I mean?
Sweet. Sweet right there.
Yeah,
Look at
so
that.
like, let's say your bank account is at X and you're going very good, you go X minus 10K. And now we're going like, okay, now I need to hustle. That's very healthy. And now you have experience.
Very
This is how you
healthy.
justify bad decisions.
And that's not too bad. When you come back,
Oh.
that's things you need to pay for. Oh, damn.
Nah, for real, man.
When you go to employer, yeah, you got extra shifts or
Bro, because there's a good 2 years of holiday I'm backlogged on, bro.
Yeah.
Like proper backlog, and I it doesn't feel right, bro. Like
Right.
I yeah.
10K, sorry, 10K. How many weeks holiday is that to you?
That's interesting. It really ultimately does depend on where you're going. But I know, like,
yeah.
when in the past, like a ticket alone has been like half of that for some destinations. That's still
Word?
been around a 3-week trip. So it's possible.
Hmm.
We can
3 weeks?
squeeze a 3-week, especially
I
since
have
we're
to
saying
force
10.
four. I have to force
Yeah, I'm
four.
gonna. I need a whole month.
A whole month is
legit.
actually crazy.
It's long.
It's actually crazy, bro.
It is, but I
1
need
month
that
of
for 10K.
enjoyment, bro. 1 month of enjoyment. Now I'm definitely picking up a shift at the restaurant down the street from the hotel, bro. Like I'm getting too comfortable, bro.
Bro, you know that's what they do in Europe? Like
That's
all
what
the
they
people that
do.
go backpack. They go there for
Yeah.
like 6 months, and everywhere they go, they're like, "Oh, let me work at your restaurant." I'm like, "How does this work, bro?" Because the way finding a job in Australia is set up, bro, it takes a while.
No, but that's why you're not finding a business analyst job. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Type of work.
guys, it's kitchen hand, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Legit.
Mm.
Legit. 'Cause one
Can
of
you
my-
can you spin this sign in front of our store, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, legit. Because one of my friends actually went to Europe, and then I was like, "How long you there for?" She's like, 6 months. I said, "Damn, how'd you survive?" She's like, "I worked there." I said, "Okay." Legit, that's what they do. They just work at a pub, like couple of, like twice a night or something like that. I mean, sorry, like twice a week. Done.
That's mad.
Yeah,
That's
because
it. Twice
That's
a
how you
night.
survive, bro.
Say stripper?
What?
Yeah, this guy's definitely going to the embassy in Canada, bro. He's definitely
No.
trying to get it.
I mean,
What was it?
I mean, why not? You get a bit of money.
Nah,
Certified
get out of
boy
here.
lover.
Come on. What? What the heck just happened, bro?
Hey, no, you go
Oh.
crazy, bro.
Bro, I was even talking to Carlos yesterday, and I was like, it's so crazy how people like move countries, like especially when you think people our age. Because
Oh,
someone was
yeah.
telling me about someone who's like moving to like America, yeah. And I was also like, oh yeah, one of our friends also just recently moved to London. And then I was just thinking like that move is like, how do you just
How did this move?
because there's like, okay, this is my frame of thinking, yeah. How our parents move country is different to like how we would move country now.
Yeah.
Like, us now is not, there's not a major
Forceful.
pressure or force here. Exactly, that's pushing us to the other place. It's really it's calm here, but let me go see what's up over here. It's like a dabbling kind of thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, what the heck? What is the process of even moving country like in our generation with this type of? I'm like, bro, do you not have to call up the prime minister or something like, hey, big man, I'm out? Like, how do you even just uproot your life?
Just go?
You just uproot your life and move. I'm like, that is such a major decision, bro.
It's so much paperwork as well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Canceling everything in that area.
Because even, like every couple of years when your bank card expires and then you got to update all the subscriptions you have to a new bank card.
Yeah.
That's so much work on its own. Now imagine you're going, my address is changing, my bank accounts are changing, my this is changing.
Everything is changing.
That would deter me from moving countries. I would be so down and then be like, paperwork.
Yeah, nah. It's so crazy how like.
Now I was gonna say, what would make you guys want to move countries? What factors would you guys put and say, oh, okay, yeah, this is the reason why I would move?
Job opportunity, probably.
Job opportunity.
Job opportunity, yeah.
I think it's just money for me. Money would be the only reason I'd go.
Like better money somewhere else?
Like, but it has to be
It has to be like crazy double money.
like 1.6 what I'm making.
Wow, that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making 6 figures, bro, if you're making 6 figures, you wouldn't jump for 160?
Oh, so you making 6 figures?
No.
Uh,
No.
But what
Thinking.
country? Yeah, I mean, you do raise a good point there, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a job prospect, but it's like coming back. I'm the guy
Yeah.
in the industry or whatever, or the field. Like the look has to be that good for where I'm going. That it's like, because you do your experience with like uni and stuff like that as well. Yeah, but you come back, you're still Yeah, that's that little cute little trip you did over to, I don't know where you went. That's cool and all, but this is back in Australia, brother. So where's your years of experience here working here? I have to be the guy when I come back from that other country for it to be
Gotta be
worth
the guy, the guy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like job opportunity in that kind of sense, like, yeah, within the field. But also I think it would have to also make sense in a social slash creative thing as well for me. I think for the
Yeah,
current space
100%.
in mind that I'm at as well. Like it has to be also that kind of a look that it's in line with that also, like not just solely career based kind of thing. Because
Yeah.
if not, then I'll just be focusing only on that here and forcing that here instead. So
Well, then I guess like literally, yeah, thinking of those two things, career, income, and creative outlets, like just off the top of your brains, I guess, where would be the place that you guys would go to if you were to have to like move to somewhere now?
To be, I'm gonna say something in Europe, bro, because the creativity, the culture there, and we're taking the social aspect of it as well. The only stuff that I'm kind of concerned about is just more of like the healthcare system and those little things. But I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Those are the ones I'm thinking twice about. Because even America, same thing as well.
Yeah.
Healthcare system and everything else might be good, even if you make good money over there.
Yeah.
But you're paying for healthcare stuff as well, right? So that kind of evens out if you're here, but not paying. You know what I mean? So so is it worth it? I don't know.
Let me work it.
Damn.
Okay, work it then, boy. But yeah, I'm gonna say something to Europe, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Country-wise, because the problem is they're on both. Like country-wise, would have to be somewhere like Canada for the career industry for me.
Yeah,
Canada or even like a Chicago, because those are areas where like the stuff is popping. Creative-wise, though, bro, bring on London, man. Bring on England. You get me? Like that's the space for that kind of for creative tap into. I mean, but that's a different side, fam.
What do you two say?
Marwa,
I don't know. Like for me, I wouldn't consider the creative outlet part as moving out. No, because I don't know. For me, I feel like that can be created anywhere, kind of. It just depends if you're that type of person that can, create that for yourself, or it's like if you need other people, so then now you go out and you reach out to others around the area. So I don't necessarily know. I guess probably, London seems like it's popping. Like everyone there is just on the web, everyone there is doing their thing, everyone there is live and whatnot. So I think, that's probably the place where it's at right now.
See that. I think for me, it'd have to be either Toronto or Atlanta.
Right now, this guy's really, really, really trying to go see Drake.
He's rich. I got
no. You guys silly, bro. But
I got to talk about Quavo first of all.
No, but I will say the Toronto part is because the Arabic community is so established there. And like even seeing that in like mainstream music now, like how influential they are as like in terms of more behind the scenes, even management,
producers,
kind of
everything.
It's really impressive. But then the Atlanta stuff is just because I don't know. I feel like I'm realizing like I really fit in with American culture. Like it just makes sense to me. And it's like that's like the creative hub of America right now.
Atlanta, yeah.
I think I should fit there too, bro.
Well, someone put up.
I actually don't know what you're doing here right now. I should. You belong in Atlanta, bro.
I swear, someone put up something about Atlanta, talking about like y'all really want to come here thinking that we're the same, but you're just gonna come. You're gonna be selling crack, selling cheeks.
Bro. Hey, can you imagine no moves and then he's sending the group chat boys? He's saying it.
Tell ScoMo I'm on my way back.
Third world AIDS rates are gonna kill you.
That's it.
No, legit, bro. They have third world AIDS rates in Atlanta.
Third world.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Bro, the fact that they've split up the category of rating phase as well, bro. Goodness gracious, bro. That's bananas, bro. Yeah, man. Anyways, bro. Oh, God bless all of us as we are here, man. Hopefully, Melbourne continues, to pave its way out of this situation. Yeah, man. Hopefully, we don't ever need to move in it. like we've been saying, create the space, tap into your people here, all that stuff, all that Kappa was saying before.
Oh, my people suck.
Whoa.
He doesn't mean that, guys. He doesn't mean it.
All that pre-lockdown Cap talking about meet your people, get the industry, get out there.
Ain't nobody here, bro.
Not even that, bro. We aren't here. We can't go nowhere, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's not. But yeah, nah, hey, man, everyone keep safe, bro. It's not for more of that, man. Look after yourselves. But bun all that. What else is popping, man?
Yeah,
What is
what's
going
around
on,
the
bro?
world?
Obviously, the massive release of the summer, or whatever you want to call it in America. The Drake album finally dropped, Certified Lover
Yep.
Boy.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Drake?
Honestly, I think it's overhyped. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight into it.
Let's
Has
get down to
everyone
it.
heard it at this point? Yeah. I don't know. Okay. How do we want to do this? Yeah, what's everyone's opinion on it then? Just off the rip.
Off the rip.
What's everyone's first?
I mean, I'm not like a music guru or anything,
Yeah.
but everyone was super hyped for it. And when I was listening to it, I was like, this is pretty like meh.
Yeah.
It's not, and I made the conscious effort to listen to lyrics and whatever. I will say though, compared to Kanye West, Drake is much more easier to like understand and follow in terms of like his lyrics and all of that stuff. So if I'm saying which one's better, no one asked, but like I'd say, yeah, Drake's one, just because it's like so much easier to like, you know, just kind of tap into his mind. But I guess if someone who had a more of like a music background, maybe to Kanye, like Kanye is better just because they understand it or whatever. But yeah, no, I thought Drake's was like, it was like, all right, it wasn't terrible or anything, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is magnificent.
Yeah.
It was meh.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yesterday, yeah, obviously it was Father's Day. My brother almost ruined the dinner. So we had a dinner, you know what I'm saying? Father's Day, we had a dinner. We're talking, we're having a good laugh. My brother says Drake's album was better than Kanye's. I almost slapped him across the table, bro. I almost slapped him, bro. We started yelling at the table. I said, bro, what you mean Drake was better than Kanye? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right? And you know what's even fun about it, yeah? Because we're having dinner, we're playing music and everything. And I was like, I took the phone off my sister, I was like, and I started playing Drake. I started playing Kanye.
Yeah.
I was to my brother, hey, tell me a song that's better than this song right now, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no song better than this song right now. I was like, oh man.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, nah, Kanye easily won that battle. If we're gonna compare,
Yeah.
right? But obviously we don't want to do that, right?
I think
I
it's
don't
important
know.
to compare just because they're pitting themselves against each other.
Mm.
Yeah, but honestly, Drake for me was average. And low-key, I kind of like Drake a little better in terms of artists because he's a nice dude. He's got the swagger,
Yeah.
right? But this album for me was average.
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about it in the group chat. Started off like a 6.5, but no, I think you're right. That second part of the album bumped it up like
Yeah.
7.8, 7.5. Yeah, it's average for me.
I think for Drake, like, it's such a typical thing where it's like a lot of hype around an album when he's going to drop it. And then the rollout is always really cool and it's exciting and then everything. And then it's just mediocre. Like the actual album as a whole is mediocre. There's really good songs on there. Always has really good songs. Like
Yeah.
lyrics are pretty good most of the time, all that kind of stuff. But then it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, he kind of feels like that kind of partner that you always are like, you give another chance to, and you're like, you expect the best stuff because, you know, deep down, they're so capable,
Yeah.
you know, and then they just disappoint you or something, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
This guy's moving like the teacher from Freedom Riders, bro.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Attention of Drake, just because he was able to produce some good stuff in the past,
Mm.
man.
yeah,
Like he's always maybe not Scorpion, but like, you know what I mean? Other albums was like, this is very nice.
yeah.
So I think that's what we're kind of expecting with this one as well.
Mm. I think it's just the
Well-
album is so long, man.
So, I mean, if we talk about length, I think it's one song maybe less than Donda or something even.
Six songs. I
Six,
suppose.
is it 6 songs? Wait, how many songs is on Donda, bro?
Nah,
27.
bro. This guy knows.
27? I thought it was 21 and 20 this whole time.
No.
So lengthwise, yeah, Donda was mad long as well. To be honest, when I think about it, that was like 2 hours or something, right?
Yeah, but Drake's is like an hour 40.
Yeah. So, all right. Man, I've been purposely avoiding as much talk about it as possible just because I still don't know where the heck to put my head, bro. Like, I just don't. But, all right, I know that definitely going into both album listens, Donda, I was like, let me just see where this goes. Because, one, I hadn't listened to any of the live whatever's on Apple Music and all that. So I was like, all right, I don't know what to expect. The guy's been wilding for a hot minute. There's been so much going on around this. Let me see what's up. Because, he's the same dude that produced Scooby Poop De Whoop. Just, like he was off it. So like, let me, actually, to be honest, Scooby Poop De Whoop was just trying to be rude. But anyways, moving on. So I'm like, let me see what this is like. And I was, bro, immensely surprised and just, wow.
Yeah.
I've been talking about CLB and the excitement of that since late last year, bro. Just too keen. Bro, how many times have I just sent different things into the group chat? Yeah, like, yo, fam, this just got released. And bro, my anticipation was high. Boom, came in. What is it? Champagne Poetry? Cool, nice, cool intro. The beat, I loved it, bro. I loved the beat. It was just moving on, caressing the beat. And then I don't know what the hell happened after that. I don't know.
Yeah.
One guy said, hey.
Bro. Fam, Fair Trade, which was fire. We'd already heard that as well. Love All with Jay-Z. The leak for that already came out. So it's like, and to be honest, the best part of the leak wasn't even on the actual song itself once it was out on the album as well. So I'm like, yeah, bro,
that Way Too Sexy that they're trying to push as the single is silly.
Yeah,
Kawhi Leonard out there moving like he's in an old R&B video, bro. I was like, what's going on, bro?
Just when he's like, what are you doing, bro? You're so awkward.
And someone said, what was it? Kawhi just he upgraded to dancing software, bro.
I was so random. What is Kawhi doing there, first of all?
I think I realized, yeah, with Donda, what it was, right, was we got the features, yeah, and the features fully understood what was up and they came to like impress. They came on there to like show what's up, you know what I mean? Lil Baby went Hundy. The Weeknd was just 80 degrees. He was dead.
He kept
5 year foreign, bro. Even Playboy Cardi, who else was on, even Chris Brown, even though he only got a little something, I'm pretty sure his verse got cut out anyway. Yeah, Lil, you know what I mean? Bro. So all these people they were with it. And okay, there's another element that I'll add to this as well after. So they understood it. I didn't hear anything different from any of the features. And again, this is not even necessarily a bad thing because they're all just good features in general, or even just good artists anyway. But I didn't hear them in any different range to what I would have heard on any other previous project as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the reason why I wanted something stepping up, or like, bro, this is someone that's been named 10 years artist of the decade, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bro, talk to me about that. Give me a bit about that journey, bro. You know what I mean? Or even where your mind's at. Give me a bit of reflection in this or something like that, bro. You know, because I don't need it, but it's like, it would have been nice to hear that, bro. The whole album was a diss track to Kanye, bro.
Okay, so that, and for me, Certified Lover Boy sounds like you're going to have a theme throughout the album.
Yeah.
Bro,
nothing talks about being a certified lover boy like that. None of the tracks. Like there's the swag elements. To be honest, it's just a certified F boy.
Bro, so when I was listening to Pipe Down, I was like, because that's a major diss. Yeah, that one's a heavy.
Very good track. I like that one.
Very good track. 7 a.m. something on the Bridal Path one.
Yeah.
That was saucy too, yeah. But I'm like, these are nice, but I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna champion this guy for the stuff he's yelling about. Like, you're just talk about like being an F-boy, bro. I'm like, that's so saucy, bro. I'm like, bro, it's almost a bit sad, bro. Like, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, you're right. I do want something about the journey. That if we put something with his journey, that would have been pretty nice, bro.
Because that's always my criticism of Drake is that there's not much stuff that's about the journey. I think there was one song on his first proper album, the one with Jay-Z called Light Up, where Jay-Z is actually pretty sick. It's like he talks about his route to success up to that point. This is like 2010, yeah. And then Jay-Z basically takes the last verse and explains like this is how they're gonna come at you after that. right? To
Oh,
Drake,
that's
right?
being nice.
And so that was actually a really sick concept. But then from there hasn't been a lot of like introspective, beyond romance kind of thing, and beyond your wealth and all that stuff. It's more, it's just very, I don't know, it's lacking the humanity side of things.
I'm kind of curious with the direction of where Drake is trying to take this. You know what I mean? Like, where are you trying to go with your music? You know, like if you're not gonna give us a journey, if you I'm like, what are you trying to give us? Give us a theme. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, because like thinking about it, this album to me, there's no standout radio hit. There's no standout club hit. There's no standout strip club hit, which is big for him because he's a Houston guy, right?
That's where he gets it,
yeah. And so, like, there's a couple Houston samples he uses and stuff, but still, I don't think those songs slap enough to play for a buck shake.
To be honest, Way Too Sexy could play in a strip club.
That one might, yeah. Which I guess,
maybe one or two can smack at like parties and those kind of events, but because you're right, I think that's where Drake really excels in those kind of industries. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah. Because I was like, yo, to be honest, we're saying this, but bro, a concert comes with a concert. These songs are gonna hit. Right? You know what I mean? It's
100%, 100%.
And all these other songs that we've loved are still gonna hit
the
same. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I realized. I'm not going to this guy for a complete album. I'm going to this guy for nice songs, bro.
Couple vibes.
That's what I've realized, bro. That I wanted the album, but now I know that I'm probably not gonna get it. So I'm just give me the songs, send it, give me the lines, bro. You know what I mean?
That's why it's so hard to compare Drake to Kanye. You know what I mean? Because Kanye always has a theme throughout his whole album, right? Whereas Drake say, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the vibes." Every song might be different, but it's the vibes. It's hard to compare that.
Fam, on the Saturday.
Up until now, everyone loves Drake for what he does and for what he has given, like the music that he's given. And I feel like he hasn't changed really. And so it's more of people just expecting him to like, okay, Drake, now you've given us all the fun, lovey stuff. Like, let's move on to the journey. But that's not him, you know, that's not what he's been giving this whole time. So it's like, I don't know if I would expect that from him, you know?
You remember when I was saying Kanye is, sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're fine. Go.
Remember when I was saying like Kanye, every album is just a different sound and like a different era. And Kendrick is like that as well, where you're like, the first album is clearly like my debut, real rapping kind of thing. The second one is clearly like influenced by the whole, you know, Black diaspora and that kind of thing and all that experience. And then Damn was just something else and all that. And there's like a clear era for each one. With Drake, I'm like, there's no real era. Like it's all one massive era, and it's been a phenomenal run. Like it's unreal, bro. The guy's, I think he's expected to sell 700,000 units of this album first week, right? So the numbers he puts up are just ridiculous. But it's like it's just one era. Like the
monstrous era. And that's what I said.
Unbelievable.
Bro. So this is the thing. You can play every Drake album back to back and just continue on the same vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just continuing the same vibe. Yeah.
A little bit.
That's why I'm like, his stuff isn't art per se. You know?
I feel like Drake's first few albums, that was like, okay. But I feel like he kind of moved away from that. So if we're talking about like Take Care,
not really.
More Life, those ones I got a bit of a
More Life
a little bit.
More Life was just a playlist, bro.
Wait, is that More Life?
Nothing Was the Same is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's the blue one, yeah.
The blue, with the sky,
It's the same. Those ones I kind of got a little bit of a vibe through that, rather than it just vibes and singles. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree with that. I think Nothing Was the Same. And I was saying this either to Daniel or to the whole group chat. Like, I think Drake clearly has had people that have inspired him. I'm using that word loosely, but probably written for and given creative direction whenever he's had a really good album, right? And so the two that I think of is Take Care and If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, right?
Too late, yeah.
Those are probably his two best projects cohesively, right? And it's like both of those is, well, Take Care was The Weeknd, if you're reading this, is too late. Was a lot of Miller, right? And then other than those two projects, he hasn't really had someone like that clearly leading the directing,
Creative direction,
giving
yeah.
him a theme for the album, and it kind of shows.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
We're
sad.
coming to the end of the Drake hype.
I don't think
No.
so.
Nah, definitely not.
Bro, because he's gonna jump on a feature next month, and the verse is gonna smack, bro.
Drake is still
100%.
It is still gonna continue. On
You're
this
right,
for like years and years, bro.
My biggest no, go.
Oh, I was gonna say, what was the name of that track that got put out?
Smiley.
Yeah, all right. That joint is gonna. You can have a repeat of that. But his voice is gonna smack again, bro. Like,
yeah.
Gucci and Prada, they don't go
you go
together.
together.
Louis and Dior.
Bro, even though the guy's singing that on there, like
Bro.
Drake's verse is still gonna hit,
Yeah.
bro. Sorry.
My
And
major,
honestly-
major disappointment with this album from Drake was the fact that he didn't have any UK artists on it. I thought that was cheap because it's like, bro, you have devoured that whole fan base by jumping on features and having.
Devoured.
It really has, bro. And then like you know, like
it would have been nice.
for like, and I know like what he's done has been important for the artists and stuff, but it's like, you know, like you gain yourself so much love in those cities. You know, you bring out J Hus the day he comes out of Lock and all that kind of stuff, and it's like,
I don't know. At the same
bro.
time, when you're the poppy, yeah, right? It's like I will show you guys love, but I'm still my thing. I'm helping. It's one of those. It's almost like that kind of amount of like, bro. I'm gonna show you my effect, but I don't really need you.
but that's where I'm like, you're not a. Like the cosign is massive, and you can't take that away from him. His
Cosign is
cosign-
dangerous.
It's more important than anyone else's, right? But it's like that's where you have the potential to just build something different. Like imagine he would have got, I don't know, like
Abra.
yeah, go Abra and puts him on a song with freaking, I don't know, YG or something, you know?
Yeah.
Abracadabra with YG and Drake.
You know what I mean? Like just or even like honestly, if you want to really big up this drill thing like you have, all right, get a drill artist from London, get one from Chicago, get one from New York, and get one from Sydney and do a track together.
Whoa.
Everywhere.
This
That
guy wants to
works.
tell me the song, bro.
ASAP Ferg had 1-4 on his
Yeah.
album, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I like. I wasn't. Nah, I don't know, because I knew he wasn't gonna do that
Mm.
with this album. I just didn't really see him having like a UK artist in this album.
Mm.
It would have been nice though.
Yeah.
I
Either
know
way. And
Yeah.
oh no, keep going.
Yeah, I know something I was thinking about when I like go back to when I was listening to Don the first time I heard 5 years verse. I was like, oh, this is lit. And then I was just started thinking about even just, bro, my mom was going on a madness just listening to the song. Then I started thinking about, drill rap and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, damn, a lot of these guys, they do actually talk about like money this, success that. And I'm like, why the heck do these guys always talk about these things, these themes? And I just realized, like, bro, like the trap really was a problem. Like it was a proper hell of a place, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't find, I realize I'm not surprised that by default, a lot of these people, this is what the stuff that they talk about and they sing about after once they get out, because they're just almost like, bro, I can't even believe that I am singing about and talking
Yeah.
about these things or rapping about these things in my music, because this is so far from their reality, from what their reality would have been or should have been without the music, right? Because I'm thinking about like, the people that have popped off, especially like these names that are they're major in the scene, but it's not necessarily accepted by the rest of the music scene yet. So like your Polo G's, who else, man? Like even how what's his face, man?
Baby.
Huh?
Little Baby.
Nah, Lil Baby's a little bit calm with it a little bit now, because he's it seems like he's tapping.
He's
I'm talking about, like,
focused. He's focused now.
almost like them guys that are still childish with it a little bit, kind of, yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah, so what's this guy's
Lil
name?
TJ.
Oh, NBA Young Boys, who I'm thinking of. That's what I was
That
trying to
guy's
think.
still in jail, isn't he?
That's what those type of people. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. but it's like, yeah, I see how they're still childish, with still with the flexing, all this type of stuff, blah blah. Because like, bro, without that music, yeah, they really would have been in these environments that everyone else from their neighborhood is still in. And I'm like, bro, how crazy is that lifestyle? Like we have no window into looking into what really goes on without getting once you have a look into what's going on, you're involved, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way you can have a look without tapping in or being too close to that. Like you can't get too close to the window without them seeing you through the door or something, bro. Like we don't have any look into what really goes on in that world, like how younger people are groomed by these elders, by these older people, like simply something like, hey, yo, just hold that for me real quick. I'll come back, give it to you tomorrow. Grab it off you tomorrow, and I'll give you $150. And just like that, the young kids now being introduced. Just like that. They're in the game. They're introduced to that life. I'm like, that's actually crazy, man. Like, like this is such a very, very real current reality for a lot of people. So I'm like, bro, that's why these rappers keep talking about this stuff, bro, because they're like, yo, I'm out, bro. Gucci this, Dior that, bro. I'm not meant to have this stuff. I'm like, it's mad.
Yeah. It is. It must be a very crazy reality, and especially when you realize, like, for a lot of them, it starts at 8, 9 years old. Bro, like honestly, like that's a baby, bro. Another one that's like that I think of, like Kodak.
Okay, yeah.
Kodak's very much still like that, and it's like on one hand he's actually super smart. On the other hand, it's like, bro, stop going to jail. but you can't blame him, because it's like, if that's all you know and all your friends are still around there, it's not like you're going to abandon all your friends.
You have to sometimes.
You should, but I think it's much easier said than done.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's hard though.
That's why, and I think maybe that's why a lot of people do try to focus on this whole thing, get it together kind of thing, in terms of like get the bread together, because you would love to, because you're right. You make it or whatever, quote unquote, and you can't continue to be in these environments if you want to actually make that long term, right?
Yeah.
But the people that are in the environments where your money is now taking you aren't the people that you grew up with. They aren't the people that almost probably also helped you to even get to those places as well, kind of thing. So it's just a completely new world, and you do just feel hella fake just in those spaces as well. Yeah. Just like for us, right? We've grown up with around the people we've grown up with in in our different countries and all that kind of stuff that we've grown up in. We've grown up in that culture, all of that. If we're not going to relate fully to someone that's grown up in like UK, you know what I mean? Like the experiences that they come up with. To some degree, we hear little things that are like, I can understand that, but there's still cultural things that are tied into that. So it's like for someone that's grown up in these type of environments where it's like, this is these bad things, what's going on, to now this corporate space or space where money takes you, they're completely different worlds that they're coming from, man. So you can see why they start to revert back to their ways, man. Tap into their own people, the people that have brought them up to them spaces. So
it is, but I just think that if you want to advance in what you're doing, you gotta leave that lifestyle behind.
Yeah.
Like I know, like what Mao says, it's easier, said than done. But that's the reality of it, though. Yeah. I mean, you can't move forward, you can't advance if you're gonna keep going back to that group. Because if you go back there, these guys are not gonna help you with anything, really. Or especially with what you're trying to do.
Yeah. I think you go.
No, what you found?
I was gonna say, like, with all these celebrities and stuff, though, like you always see when they do come up, I don't think you can come up without bringing people from like your past up with you as well. Not even just because now people are going to look at you like, oh, you think you got money, you're better. But it's like you have a target on your back, I reckon. And for a lot of them, it's like, I've got money now, I've come up. If I don't bring the people that I grew up with, the people from the hood, help those people, I've got a massive target on my back. A lot of people are being killed out here because they found money, and then they left the hood, they left everyone behind, they're acting like they don't know nobody. And then all of a sudden, people come out because they envy you. People come out because, they're jealous of your wealth, they're jealous of your position. And, you just haven't given back to anyone at all. So it's like, it's that thing of, you need, like, when you come up, bring the people up with you. But it's also like for your own safety, for your own sanity, you also want to be surrounded by people who understand you, you know, people who are from that life as well, so that they can protect you too. It's not even just necessarily like, oh, I want people that, you know where I came from, but it's like for protection, I want those people around as well.
Yeah,
I think it depends on what kind of people you're talking about. If that makes. But obviously, it was like your close homies, and then you move on, and you don't bring them up. They're gonna turn around and say, "Yo, we did this and did that for you to get there." So now you got a tug on your back because it's like you kind of betrayed us there. But if it's like you're my homie, and I move up, and then I got a tug on my back just because I didn't bring you guys out with me, but I don't mess with y'all. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I think it kind of also depends on what kind of people we're talking about. Obviously, there is like a jealous kind of people who are jealous, you know. I mean, I think that was very similar to Nipsey Hussle's situation. You know, you got people who are jealous in terms of what you do for the community and so on, and those things happen. But yeah, when you're talking about people, I think again it depends on what kind of people we're talking about. You know, I mean, imagine this asphalt right here, and you guys help me advance to what I'm trying to do. Then I'll make it there, and I just turn around and cut communication with you guys. You guys are gonna turn around and say, "Yo, this guy's fake." You know what I'm saying? So obviously now you guys might try to come for me. That's understandable. But if it's like we're part of the same neighborhood or whatever, right? But I'm not that close with you guys, and you guys try to come for me when I make it, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
To be honest, I understand that one more. Because, bro, no loyalties, bro. Let me find this guy, bro.
Yeah.
Let me find this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
That was just jealousy,
that one I get, bro. I'll pull up to the Getty community security guard. Yes, I'm here to see Master Carlos. Yes, bro. As soon as I get past him, bro. Put the belly on, bro.
Now that was just straight jealousy. You know what I mean? If it's someone that you don't mess with and they're coming for you, because you didn't bring them up. Like, big man, you didn't do anything for me anyways.
What are you about to say, no? Because I think what I want to say is probably going to change stuff a bit.
What was I going to say? I was going to say it's sort of what Carl's saying, where it's like, it's also kind of a thing where it's like, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. And it's like, my example is going to be the Nipsey Hussle thing, where it's like, you always hear the whole thing. I think Boosie had started this like years ago, where he was like, get money and get out of your city, right? Because all your haters are in your city, right? And then people were like, you know, and that was true because most rappers were dying in their city. And then they'd get out and it's like, okay, well, now you don't care about your city. You don't care about all your people. You don't care about who you grew up with, all that kind of stuff. And then you see the one guy that did really care. And it's like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, straight up.
It is, man. When I was thinking about all this stuff as well, and like, just that whole lifestyle, especially the people that like, you know, sold the drugs, traffic this, traffic that, and there's the big bosses, like people really, really doing this, I don't know if you guys think this way as well, right? But when I'm like watching, like, especially the movies, I watched Ozark, smashed out all the seasons of Ozark, started watching Breaking Bad.
Kanan?
Huh? Currently watching Raising Kanan with like that's the Power trilogy and all that, And I'm just thinking like, the people that are all involved in this lifestyle, I'm like, bro, I think I might have mentioned it previously on the podcast too, like the henchmen, like the goons that as in like they send them out to go, you know, or go kill this person, go deal with that. The big boss will just beat someone up and they say, clean it up kind of thing. Like all those henchmen, the goons, like they really, like how strong are their allegiances tied to the big boss, the head honcho, that they're willing to risk the lives of like their family, or like, sorry, their own life, where they're the main provider. Normally it's men that are the goons and all that, They're risking their own life for this head honcho. Their family's now left without a dad kind of thing, like, bro, because there will be a fight breaking out. Someone's breaking into the headquarters and all the goons go front lines trying to defend the head honcho. They get shot straight away. You know, the ones how the guy literally raises his gun, boom, headshot. Like those type of goons, those frontline goons, How strong are their allegiances to the head honcho to be able to risk your life for this person? And what I'm thinking is like, how come the goons never overthrow the head honchos? Like, why do the henchmen never try to, like take over the leader? I think I was also watching Red Sea Resort that the one based on a true story about the how they were getting the refugees out of what country was it again, man? It wasn't Sudan. It was somewhere into Sudan. I think not Kenya or something. Anyways, they were getting refugees out of no, that's not even the movie it was. Jack Ryan, sorry, on Amazon. That's what I was watching.
How much stuff are you watching?
This guy go through all of Netflix, bro.
Do you do your job?
Yeah, this bro, work from home.
Yeah, actually does it.
Very good for this year. I was watching Jack Ryan, and they were trying to get this guy. This guy went and he was the leader of one terrorist group, went and killed the other leader of the other terrorist group, and then they all followed. That group now followed this guy. No matter, I'm like, bro, these other terrorists were getting abused by their leader. Why didn't they finish him off themselves and lead themselves the way they wanted to? I'm like, bro, no one, the pawns never try to step up to the plate and take over the person that's leading them. And I'm like, why? Like, why do people in these environments just continue to follow leadership or blind leadership or just strong loyalties to people that really don't care about their fam? Like, you will be the frontline defense for them to escape onto the helicopter on the roof and get out. Like, bro, how? What are they giving you?
I think it's, again, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because, like, let's say you don't want to do this anymore, right? Head honcho, kill your family.
Yeah.
But that's why don't you kill head honcho, bro?
Because if you do, one of the other henchmen is going to kill you.
So that's what I'm wondering. Head honcho is already dead. Who are they loyal to now, bro? Like,
it's
also
like you can't just go, like, it's not just like a mental rewire in their brain goes,
but isn't that mad? But that's like weird.
It is wild. But I do think with all those structures, even honestly, even politics, like in our, democracies and stuff, it always comes down to power, and power is either out of fear or love or respect, right? And it's like, in those settings, it always tends to be out of fear. And someone does always end up turning on that person, and they're hot for a little while until someone turns on them.
Yeah.
It's the only way the cycle goes. Like, no one will ever, become a gang leader out of respect.
Like, these guys just perpetuate pyramid scheme business organization structures in their, like, these, as in I'm talking about these people involved in drugs, like cartel,
with life and death.
Yeah, with, you know what I mean? Like, but
not
they don't want to, bro. They don't want to maybe have a fluid matrix business organization structure instead, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's always pinnacle head honcho, and he's the most important person, almost patron saint type.
Yeah.
And if they're gone, your allegiances are still to them. I'm like, bro, how? What kind of brainwashing?
If they kill the head honcho, someone else is going to have to just take the head honcho's place, and then the cycle just continues, though, because you can't have 10 people, in that position. Everyone can't be head honcho. So it's like, what's the point of killing that person? Now we're all going to kill each other so that one person can rise to the occasion and become, and then now everyone's dead. So it's like, and it's also, their moves, right? And their like abilities are very limited. That's all they know. I don't think, like, for most of them, if you were trying to say, okay, you lead this, you lead the group, all right, you lead the operation for the day, most of them won't know what to do. All they know what to do is just hunt someone down and kill them.
How did 6ix9ine make his gun sound, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's few things that the reason why they don't want to kill the head hunters because they don't want to, right? They don't want to because without that person, the whole business is dead, right? This is a person that knows they connect in this place, in that city, and in that city. That's a person that's keeping everything running. So it's almost like, let's protect this person, because if this person goes down, I can't feed my family, basically.
Yeah.
Right. And the reason why they probably ride and die for this person as well is because what that person has done for them. Right. So it's almost like, this is the person that, when I needed something, that person was there. That kind of thing. So it's almost like, let me kind of give that back in a way, if that kind of makes sense.
I find it interesting.
So because I don't think it's like, I don't think the top guy is a bad person and everyone's like, what? Why don't we just take him down, run it ourselves? It's almost like, no, we actually need this guy over there. And that's why let's protect the king. It's almost like you gotta protect the king. You know what I mean?
I am almost talking about the situations where the king is a person that just also doesn't care about these pawns. like I said, someone is breaking into our base, big man. I can hear you run in front there while I run this way to the helicopter and get out.
Yeah, you know what? You know what you're talking about? Soldiers.
Yeah. Okay. Essentially, bro. Like
soldiers in the army.
Well, how do you have that?
It makes no sense. It is the like, and I with all due respect, because like I know I'm supposed to respect it, but God forbid any of my children join the army,
bro.
Like that is the greatest brainwashing you could ever do. You sign your life away to this country, or any country, right? And it's like, bro, like, yeah, it is literally that. It's defend the king, defend the queen, defend the president, defend the whoever. And it's like, he doesn't know me. He doesn't know my 3 kids and wife and what my favorite color is. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll be reading some stories in the Bible, and it's talking about the nation of this wiped out 13,000 men in I'm like, bro, what do you mean? 13,000 Donnies just got wiped out in battle.
I say, yo, slow down, bro.
For what? For what? Like, war is the most animalistic thing, bro. Like,
it sucks.
I just couldn't. Yeah, it's just crazy, bro.
I was gonna say, going back quickly to what Noah was saying, in terms of like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill off your family, for example. There's that aspect, but there's also the aspect of not letting you live the game, but just giving you a bit much where you stay. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit, obviously this goes a bit deep into other things, right? And I think that's what Dave Chappelle was preaching as well. And he's one way, it's like, you want to live the game, but in terms of saying, oh, I want to kill this person, I was like, they'll provide you a little bit for you to stay. And that's what happens all the time. You want to leave, and it's like, oh, well, here's this. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, this is a bit, okay, I'll stay for that, right? And, you know, so on, and just keeps going and going and going. And next thing you know, you say you're going to leave, right? It's almost like a job. You say, I'm going to leave this job. They say, oh, we'll increase your pay by $10. Say, oh, I might stay. You know, you stay there for another 2 years. I'm going to jet now. Oh, we're just going to promote you. Oh, okay, all right. You stay. You want to leave again a couple of years later. Oh, we're going to do this. You look back, you've been there for 10 years straight.
I also when I look back at it, pause. I came to the realization, that I came to the realization that it's also easier to follow the instructions than to try to be the decision maker as well. Which is why I think a lot of these people just resort to that. Why kill off the head honcho when they're the providing the guidance too? Yeah, exactly. I don't have the brain capacity or the energy to try to even make some of these decisions myself too, to be honest. Let me just follow the decision, follow the leading, and hope it goes well. But bro, the running into the line of fire, I still can't wrap my head around.
You don't know the game, bro. So how are you gonna try to run it? You know, like you actually don't know the game. All you know is how to do this same job every day.
Yeah,
that's
what you know. Desensitized to life, you have to be to like just be told, "Hey, go kill that guy," and be like,
"It's mad."
Yeah.
I was watching Ozark. That's what one of these guys did, bro. Old granny therapist, but she knew too much because the couple were telling all their secrets to the therapist. Now the cartel finds out that this granny knows these things. Bro, your old therapist. You know what they said? Hey yo, let's finish off. The guy came and sat down in there and everything, talking about his life to the therapist, that old woman. Bro, the next scene you see, she's rolled up in a plastic bag, bro. Yo, I'm just like,
love that.
This is so dark.
How's that the therapist's fault, man? Damn.
I need to watch Ozark.
Ozark's fire, bro.
So is it like Mafia but cyborg?
Bro, Ozark is when Ned Flanders accidentally gets caught up in the drug game. That's Ozark.
I like that.
That's what Ozark is, bro. It's fire still. Okay. That's mad, man. What do you guys think? Are you guys more of the soldier or the head honcho?
Nah, definitely. Nah, soldier. What soldier, bro? I'll run the game, bro.
Think about it. I'm talking a soldier with great compensation, right? So you're not just a goon. You know what I mean? What would you be more leaning towards if you're involved in these games?
I don't want to hear anyone say head honcho. We're all employees except for Marvel.
Yeah, that's the only boss here.
I was gonna say it's like entrepreneurship or whatever, right? Not everyone's gonna do it because not everyone wants to be their own boss, have to do the hours, have to do all the paperwork and stuff. Some people are like, I'm happy to work under someone and for them to pay me for the work that I'm doing,
Yeah.
And that's why it's like a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just be an entrepreneur? Why don't you start your own business? Like, nah, bro, it actually takes a lot of your time, a lot of effort and stuff. It's not for everybody. And I see it the same way like this, running a cartel, if that's what we're talking about, meeting up with the connects, setting up this, setting up that, going to meetings where there's guns, you're surrounded by guns, you have to keep your cool. It's not for everybody. Some people just want to be outside waiting with the gun if something goes down.
Honest, just you know what I mean? Hey, how's the family, bro?
Bro, you know what it is? It's like you want to be close enough with the honcho that he's not going to kill you. Like you just know, but that you stand outside, something goes down. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it happening.
Man, here's the kick that way. He runs that way.
Yeah, I want to be in the middle.
It's just crazy. Like all these things are real, fam. Like
the fact this is actually like there's probably someone who's a hitman in Melbourne.
So wow,
right? Who gets paid 150K per job, and he does 2 jobs a year, and that's it.
The movies aren't fake, bro. Like,
right, it's based on reality.
So mad. Yeah, that's crazy. Bro.
I would hate to accidentally be like the therapist, like accidentally.
I was gonna say,
and I'm gonna end up dead,
like,
accidentally. Like
in the body bag,
bro. Forget therapist, bro. Bro, forget therapist, bro. You're the pastor trying to marry the family, but that's the wedding that the opposition decides to come and pull up on, bro. Now you gotta spray it up. Just for doing your job, bro.
Bro, not even. Like, imagine you're just the old person at Coles. You know what I mean? And you're taking your time in the vegetables. And they said, hey, too long.
Because I saw the greatest photo ever. It's a guy driving with his door missing. His door's missing off his car and he's driving, Caption goes, just you, regular civilian, on your way back from work. After Captain America, use your door as a shield.
No way. But even with the therapist example, it's like, who told you? Like, I didn't tell you to tell you. I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you to tell me your secrets. That's what they say. Because low-key, someone's gonna run the game, all that kind of stuff, and then next they're gonna pull out with a bag, like, big man. Who told you to tell me?
Like, just tell me not to tell anyone, and I won't. Like,
nah, but that's not even it, bro. Nah. Look, the boss gonna say, yo, who did you tell? Oh, my therapist only. Yeah, now he gotta go. She gotta go. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
I forgot there's actually a movie like that. That's taking a therapist for no reason.
I'm dying, bro. No, I'm sorry. I'm just picturing that meme still, bro.
The meme?
It was the greatest photo ever, bro.
Oh, I'm tired, bro.
Bro, I just want to go to the cinema. I want to watch something nice. I want to get a big popcorn and sit
large thing,
I've got a popcorn here for you, bro. Like in the kitchen.
Pause.
And so like, why is he? I was like, damn, what?
And you gotta lean back on his chair, look down. I got a
popcorn.
I said, oh man.
Big YouTube and Spotify down.
Yeah. What the heck?
big web ready see,
Down. You guys want to end it?
Wait, what are you saying? What you got?
Nah, I just had an interesting conversation with my friend the other day. It actually made me think a little bit. It's about like getting to know someone in every season of their life. Like, actually, let me rewind it a little bit. What else in the chat quickly?
Like, I don't know how this linked, because what you sent in the chat was vaccine. And
no.
Fat Joe versus Ja Rule.
You said one just before it.
Yeah, now there's something before. Okay, cool. Yes, you have to be with someone in every season to know them. So, example, when I say every season, I'm talking about like when they're really, really, really down, and when they're going through it, and they obviously the happiest, and so on, right? So, if you know someone and you've been there in every season of their life, that's when you can full on say, I know this person, right? Versus you've only been with them at this kind of current state all the way through the past couple of years. Can you, like, I don't know, what are your thoughts on that? Like, can you really say you've known know someone if you haven't been there in every season of their life?
It sounds like it's the reason is so that you know how people respond to certain situations. Would that be what it is? It's like so that you can see how people are in, you know, the tough moments or in the moment.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. Like, yeah, obviously responding is one of them, but it's also to be like, I know how this person is when they are down. You know what I mean? I know how they are when they're like this. I know how they are when they're like that. That kind of gives you that overall picture of like, I know this person.
Yeah.
Rather than I actually got no clue how Nori is when he's down.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's interesting because it's like I don't disagree with it. Like, obviously, to know someone completely, you got to see them in all facets and stuff. But I think it's also tough because it's like, what if you like? I'm assuming this is more of like a relationship kind of thing.
Relationship, friendship as well. Actually,
yeah. Okay.
I was thinking more of a friendship, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Because even friendship, this works. Where it's like, let's say you're friends with or in a relationship with someone for 4 years. It's all going very like it's mostly, you know, they're going through good things, some challenges, whatever, whatnot. But then maybe after 10 years, they actually go through a depressive phase. It's not like you're gonna be like, because like now I finally know you. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, there's 10 years of memories, that kind of stuff. It's only now that they're extremely depressed. I don't think you know them more or less. You have a new thing to navigate with them through, but it's not.
Because you could almost even say you would know them enough to also know why the reason they're in this state, like, is so deep, like so intense as well.
Yeah.
Like, you've grown to know their character, what their weaknesses are, their strengths are. So it's like, even when they are going through that particular down phase, right? It's not always up. Sometimes it is that down phase. You also do still understand because you know them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like, how do we navigate through this? Real quick as well. Yeah, like last week, we were talking about like romantic relationship and all this kind of stuff too, in our group. And I was also thinking, I asked the question of like, so you know, people always talk about like, when you marry someone, that's when you find out the real them, when you start to live with them, etc., etc., etc. I was like, how much can talking about how someone would act in something in a certain situation, how much does talking about it really prepare you for when you're also actually in it as well? Like, there is the element of like, do you really know what is gonna be that person's character or reaction in this certain example, scenario, situation, until sometimes you are actually in that space with them as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird thing, but like, even for us, even if we strip away an external person from this and we just think about ourselves too, right now, would you currently say that you do know yourself? Right. I feel like you would probably say for the most part that you know yourself, you know what your strengths are, your weaknesses are, what your likes, dislikes, all that kind of stuff. And then if I asked you a hypothetical question, you would give an answer for how you believe you would act in that scenario situation as well, right? So I would like to think that currently knowing someone based on what you know up till date should be enough of a dictating factor to know how they would also be in this, that, and the third kind of thing too, for the most part. Like, there's only some severe, real things that are like changing enough to really bring out a whole complete different side of someone, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, nothing really rocks someone that far off the center for you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless it's the greater extremes of a factor, to be honest.
Yeah. It's rare for something to change your personality as an adult. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
But has to be something pretty massive.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously have me thinking. Because I think for me, friends that I know, that like friends that have been in their life for a long time and have been involved in almost every season of their life, I can actually turn around and say, yeah, I should know this person. You know what I mean? Just because I know what they are when they're down and like their mentality, their mindset as well. You know those people. It's like even though they're at the lowest point of their life, they still say, I'm still gonna do something. I'm not gonna let this, you know what I mean, get the best of me.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I only know that because they've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I could be like a really positive guy, positive person, because you guys know me, like, you know, energetic, positive, so on. But if I'm at my lowest point, I might be the type of person who's like, yo, I'm just gonna give up. I don't care about anything. Right. So then now it's almost like, do you guys know if that's gonna be my mentality versus I'm gonna get over this? If you guys have never seen me, again, it doesn't have to be like the lowest. It could just be like when I'm down. To kind of see my mentality in that kind of state. You know what I mean? Or like, oh yeah, we're gonna spend
that response something that you're aware of though, and something that you're vocal about too. Like if you were to sit down and have a conversation and you guys were like, oh, if we were to hit rock bottom, how would you guys respond to that situation? Would you be the type of person that can be like, oh, you know, I would give up in that instance? Because like, do you know yourself well enough to know what your response would be?
Well, that's the hard thing about it, because you actually don't even know how you respond to it. You know, and that's why the question is being involved in someone's life in almost every season. Not every season, but like in most seasons. You know, when I say season, I'm talking about when you're up, when you're down, when you're not motivated, and this kind of stuff. You know, I mean, what turns out I was like, because I also do have friends where it's like, I've legit just seen you in the same mood all the way through. Like for some reason, I don't know how that works, but it's almost like the past 3 years, I feel like you've been the same. Like, I don't know, like how you are when you're down. I don't know how you are like when you're super, you know, you feel like you're top of the world. Like, I don't know how you are when you're up there as well. You know, so actually it made me question, was like, I mean, do I know you that well? Maybe I do, but I think those kind of things kind of make me doubt a little bit, because I actually got no clue. And I think those situations also caught me by surprise as well, because, you know what I mean, like I do have someone who's close to me, and then next thing you know, they're like, yo, you know, this is what I'm going through, and this is my mindset. And I'm like, yo, like, yeah, I've always known you as this kind of person. This part kind of shocked me a little bit. And then I think that even low-key made me question how much I know you in this friendship as well.
I was gonna say, I think that like someone's reaction to a situation doesn't make me think, or have that second guessing of, do I know you? It would be something more like now what their constant outlook is, or their
that's what I mean, the outlook,
what their values might be, or something like that. Because that's when it's like, oh no, we've based our life and our decisions off of these values, these principles, these morals. It would be something, if it's something that is different in that realm, is when I'm like, okay, maybe I don't know you. But a reaction in terms of like happiness, or even the depression or joy, or like, that is just human. You know what I mean? That's still human nature. That's common to like everyone. But when it's something where it's like, yeah, like I said, like the perspective or the morals or the values that we've held, that now I see something different. That's when it's a bit like, okay, wait, do I know you? Did you actually hold the same things I held? You know what I mean? Compared to just your reaction to something that's going on. You know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't be something that makes me go like legit. If friends going through something, we've just always been strong with being positive, mental health, all this, and now they're just constantly they don't want to come out of their room, they don't want to link up with anyone. I'm not going to be like, yo, you've changed. It's like, nah, bro, you're feeling what you're feeling right now. If it's on a different vibe of like, nah, bro, everything's pointless, like stuff this, that's when I'm like, okay, even then is not enough for me to be like, did I ever really know? Because I'm like, bro, you're feeling what you're feeling, bro, you know? Like, that's what I'm saying.
That's not someone changing. Like,
that's what I'm like. Yeah, for someone to change, it would have to be a bit like legit. It would be something like or going through it, and now they've gone to join the cartel, bro. Like, that's enough for me to be like, did I know? You know?
Because I'm looking more of like the mindset in that kind of state. That kind of makes sense, right? Obviously, not just when you're down, but also like when you're on top of the world. It's like, what is your mindset like as well? Like, you're like, yeah, screw everybody. I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, if someone like one of your friends, and like now they've really made it, or like, not even they only, you've all made it. You're all super successful now. But now that friend is hella cocky to people, and
that's what I'm.
on that like rich white boy swagger stuff everyone kind of thing. Like there's like, wait, where's this coming from? Like that's when it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like that plays into their values and all that kind of stuff, which is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That is when I'm like, did I really know you? As opposed to just a reaction to something. Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily a outlook of like, did I know you? It's more of like that person was clearly not true to themselves, or that person was truly like just putting on some kind of facade in a way. Because if you can be like, all right, you know, I'm this humble person, down to earth person, and then as soon as you hit a bag, you're all of a sudden cocky and you're, you know, not interested in people. Like you clearly were faking something up until that point. So I didn't even have the opportunity to get to know the real you because you didn't present the real you. And that's the thing, there's a barrier there. If someone's not presenting or even giving you the opportunity to be able to get to know the real them, you know, then I don't know if it's
But that's still the question as well though. Did I know you? Still the question's still the same too, isn't it? Even in that situation. If they faked it or presented the truth, at the end of the day, the question for you is still, did I know you? Isn't it?
I know you. But the tricky part about it is I did know you, but you changed after you got the bag.
Yeah.
If that kind of makes sense.
Which is possible. Like two things can be true.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can't wait for one of y'all
like,
to just throw money at someone or something. I'm like, yeah, this guy's wilding, bro.
Throw money at someone. That lose my mind.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am? One of those ones.
Yeah, one of those. Do you know who I am? Like that, yeah. That vibe, yeah. No, you can stay here, bro. You're walking home, bro.
The crazy thing is you will never know the answer. Well, I think it's hard to know the answer. Where it's like I knew who you were, but you changed when you got to that level, or you weren't being true to yourself.
Mm.
I was even just thinking this whole life thing is wild because, like, think about it, like we really have to like help friends through it, bro.
Mm.
That's real. That's
what makes us qualified for this.
It's real. People that are also going through it themselves. Like, you're really out here. We helping friends through stuff. Like that's wild, bro.
Bro,
like,
I've been texting "damn that sucks" since I was 14.
Oh, I think I was talking to Carlos yesterday saying, yeah, man, like I remember in high school, fam, like one of my friends first hit me with the like, yeah, nah, like I'm depressed. And I was like, whoa. Wow, this is real, bro.
That's a big word.
That's
us, bro, legit. I'm like, I can't even spell it yet, bro. Like, what's going on? And I was just like, this is real. This is heavy stuff, bro. And I'm just thinking now, like, whoa, we really out here doing life. And I think a part of life is helping people through this situation and people helping you through your stuff as well. It's like, bro, what a crazy journey, bro.
Yeah. Ultimately, like the only real purpose, whatever you feel called to do or like work or whatever, it all comes down to serving people. Like whatever you're doing. That's the whole point of this whole thing.
Yeah. That's mad, bro.
Dang. Yeah.
So do I know the real York?
Wow.
Huh?
I said, so do I know the real York or what?
wait till I get my bag and then you'll find out.
Yeah.
Just one bag is enough to change you down, like.
Yeah. That's how we know you never had it.
Never. We get
right now, then all you see is us smiling, yeah.
Honest.
Yeah, that's very yeah.
We'll see. But yeah. Nah, it's mad, bro. Man, just rather staying up, bro.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Disruption Podcast. We appreciate you still tuning in and still enjoying and spending time with us. Hopefully these things ease up in Melbourne soonish.
Yeah, everyone, go get your vaccines, bro. We're all fully vaccinated.
Yeah, man.
Look at us, we're all fully vaccinated.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, we've all got ours.
That's it.
Put it in me, bro. Pause.
What?
Whoa.
All right.
That is so.
Well, on that, we'll catch you guys next week. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
One love.
Oh my days.